words when they talk about Chanukah in the Gemara Shabbat, my Chanukah, they say, what's Chanukah? And the answer is the Tanu Rabbanan, the rabbis taught. Meaning, Chanukah has become such a focus of rabbinic teaching, be it about the discussion we had at the beginning, whether Chanukah should be in the Mishnah or not, be it about this famous question, which I haven't even gone into really, of 7 days, not 8 days, and all the other dinim and minhagim and you know, hilchas levivot, hilchas latkas, and all the rest of it, whatever you want to go into. The reality of it is, my Chanukah, what is the greatness of Chanukah? The Tanu Rabbanan, there's so much to learn, there's so much to imbibe, there's so much to take on board from all of these wonderful, beautiful ideas. And I want to share with you just one final thought. And as a mechanech, I've been doing chinuch for a long time. Chanukah, the word chinuch, it's there, you can't avoid it, the same root, education. And the story is that they could have used oil which was secondary. They could have, you know, the rabbis asked the question, why do they have to go for the shuffer, as they say? Why do they have to go for the best oil? And it takes 8 days to produce it. Could have had the, you know, the oil from, all right, so it wasn't quite good enough, but for the halachic purpose, it would have served the purpose. Why did they go to the best of the best? And the answer is, and this again in chinuch is so true, that if you really want to achieve 100%, you want to create a generation of students, you want to create a generation of people who really relate to what you're saying in the manner, for instance, of Rabbi Sachs, who's gone around the world and was so devoted to his ideas and sharing those ideas. You aim for the most perfect score. I'm mentioning the World Cup at the end. I managed to mention it at the end. You're aiming for the most perfect score that you can, the most perfect oil that you could possibly find. And it had to be shufr to shufr to shufr. It had to be the most perfect. Because in terms of the educational value of what Chanukah means, you've got to go for the best. If you want 100, you've got to go for 200. And you won't achieve 200, but you'll certainly, hopefully, get to the 100. If you only aim at 50, then you'll come out with maybe a 25. And that's not good enough. And that means that the oil that they had to get was this special oil. And Chanukah, therefore, represents the concept of realizing that potential and aiming as high as it goes. And that applies to all the oil for all the days, if you want to make it into an answer to the question. But I think it's just a thought for the day. To become a mechanech and really get that message across, you've got to aim for the highest. And if you aim for the highest, number one, the students will know it, they'll relate to it, and it will really be felt. And I just want to say one final word, which I think is really what we've been saying all the way along. How incredible the message of Chanukah really is. I just want to hold up this picture that many of you will have seen before. And this is the picture that gives me the goosebumps. Chanukah 1931 in Germany. And the background is a Nazi flag. And out of the window, obviously of a Jewish home, this apparently was on Shabbat. Before Shabbat, they lit the candles. The flag is across the road. And that is what Chanukah is about. At the end of the day, it's about the learning, it's about the tradition, and it's about survival. And we're still around. And those Rishonim are gone. Thank God. There are new Rishonim that we have to deal with. Never, every generation. But the reality of it is, this to me is really what it's about. That sense of aiming high, of quality and not just quantity. And everything that we've said this evening, that is, it's so beautiful. I think I'm going to start crying in a minute. It's so beautiful what we're saying. The reality of it is that Chanukah is a very, very special time. Allow for the donuts. One donut, I suggest, for the older generation, and that's it. Make the most of it. Go to Rolladin, they're the best. Don't mess around with anybody else. The reality of it is, do what you got to do, but enjoy and imbibe a little bit of these messages because they are so, so beautiful. Thank you. I wish everybody a freilich and a lichtige, a wonderful, special Chanukah. Thank you so much.